Shannon Briggs, a very bright young star amongst the heavyweight division. 15 up and none down. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is sanctioned by the Mississippi Athletic Commission. Its chairman, Mr. Billy Lyons, and Chief Deputy Commissioner Sal Taranto. Your ring positions will be Dr. Lance Berry and Dr. Terry Ellis. Your judges for this bout, which is 6 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division, are Judge Martin Casino, Chester Como, and Elmo Adolph. When the bell rings, the man in charge will be Mr. Fred Steinwinder. Now fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks, weighing in at 233 pounds. He comes to us from Memphis, Tennessee, with a professional record of 11 wins, 7 losses, 8 of those wins by knockout, Mike Faulkner. Fighting out of the blue corner, also wearing black trunks, weighing in at 223 pounds. He comes to us from Brooklyn, New York, with a professional record of 15 wins, no losses, 12 of those wins by knockout, Shannon Briggs.
Both of these discussions in the restroom earlier want a clean fight. When I say break, I want you to step back. Any questions? Touch gloves to my fight.
So there is a look at Michael Faulkner. Faulkner, who has dropped about an entire person.
Close anyway.
Some 60 pounds less than his optimum fighting weight, or heaviest, I should say, if not optimum. Shannon Briggs, meanwhile, undefeated and trying to take another step along the road to a hoped-for title shot somewhere in the next year or two.
Faulkner up around the 300-pound range, now down around 233, and they said, I ran, I dieted, and I feel a lot better.
Interestingly enough, though, he started his professional career at 217 pounds.
And he is going after Shannon Briggs, which Briggs is very dangerous in the first round, and Faulkner's being very wild. So look for him to walk into something, unless, of course, he gets to Briggs first.
Well, not a bad idea. Try to jump on your man when he's perhaps still a little bit cold.
Shannon Briggs, of course, a former amateur champion who didn't get to the last Olympics. He had a hand injury when the Olympic trials in box house were taking place. Has lots of potential as a young heavyweight.
Good boxer, even though he's got 12 knockouts in his 15 fights. I'm not sure you could put him in the classification of banger. Good jab and a good right hand right there.
He is landing the right. Faulkner very wild with his punches, looking down when he throws them.
Generally speaking, not a good idea.
No. Unless, of course, you want to hit the mat. Good left hook there by Briggs. Briggs has power in both hands. Probably the right hand is his big ticket.
Good left hand right there.
And Faulkner chose to fight a very aggressive first round, and he may live to regret that decision.
Faulkner puffing a little bit already, too.
He's taking some hard shots from Shannon Briggs. Briggs had many amateur fights, and Faulkner had no amateur experience, so he has pretty much learned as a pro.
Tough to learn this sport on the job.
Well, he's gotten himself in better shape, but unfortunately, Faulkner has not improved his technique any. Doesn't really throw punches in the proper way, and it's hard for him to land.
He's been in there with some marquee fighters, but every time he does take that next step up, he seems to take a step back just as quickly. He was knocked out by Greg Page, knocked out by Tyrell Biggs, knocked out by Tony Tucker, who won a fight last night, I see. Faulkner will survive the first 3 minutes of this fight. Came out with an idea, but Shannon Briggs has taken control. End of 1, and we'll be back. Well, we start the 5th round. Shannon Briggs comes out to meet Michael Faulkner. Briggs, I don't think there's any question, has won every round. Faulkner won about the first minute of this fight. Here are the jabs in the 4th round, and actually it looked like Shannon Briggs was working his jab a little bit more. He was effective with it, but he still didn't throw too many.
But certainly the level at which he landed it was good. Teddy Atlas landed a right hand to the face of Shannon Briggs in between rounds. It was probably the straightest right hand he's seen tonight. From an opponent, anyway. Teddy Atlas, of course, would be his trainer. Shannon Briggs is a young heavyweight who, obviously, he's well-schooled, knows how to fight, gets good leverage on his punches. I just think as he goes on here, he's going to have to increase his consistency, consistent performance over the course of even an entire round, let alone an entire fight.
I have to think, and you alluded to this earlier, that Shannon Briggs has not fought anybody that would fall into the category of household name. And I would think it's easy to kind of get a little bit lazy.
Yes, that's a very good point, because he can get away with mistakes against these guys.
That's not to imply that he would do it with intent. It's just something you slip into.
Now there he pushes him off a little bit and lands. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. I think it's really time for him to take the next step. He's a hard worker, and he's very dedicated. And feels that he's got time on his side.
All of that, in fact, is true. And he also he's a guy that really wants to succeed. So.
Yeah, very bright guy, hard worker.
The only thing we missed was great humanitarian.
And that.
I'm sure he's that, too. No, he isn't.
There was a good uppercut inside by Briggs.
He's a body shot. We haven't seen Briggs go downstairs as much as he normally does. Boy, he is whacking Faulkner with some big shots. To give Faulkner credit for this, at least, he's hung in there, taking those shots.
Well, it appears that Faulkner is going to get himself into the final round at the very least. Good right hand from Briggs, drove Faulkner into the ropes. Faulkner again continues to smother Shannon Briggs at the end of 5, and we'll take you to the corner of Shannon Briggs. Teddy Atlas will be the voice you hear.
We'll go over this. I'm telling you, you allow yourself to lie to yourself. Stop doing that. You work with Bruce Town and you think, what the fuck's wrong with you? You let your mind get to you. You talk all this stuff about what you want to be and everything. You work with Bruce Town and real good fighters in the gym. Face much more than you're facing. Give him some water. Much more and swallow that than you're facing here, and you're letting your mind get to you. You're allowing yourself to lie to yourself. If you leave him alone, you think he'll leave you alone. When he's defensive, move your jab. Move your jab, and then don't be satisfied. Work off it at the right distance. Work off it, and make yourself...
Fascinating stuff from Teddy Atlas, and in a way it mirrors some of the stuff we said about Shannon Briggs. There is the combinations on the inside. They want more of that.
Just enough, I think, of a reprimand by Teddy Atlas. You know, get his guy's mind on business.
I've never heard it expressed that way in a corner, which is interesting. You're lying to yourself. If you leave him alone, he'll leave you alone. In other words, this is the kind of guy you have to go after. Get him out of there.
Look at the numbers in the 5th round. Boy, Faulkner, again, we said he's laying in there, and now he's not even working very hard.
Let's go, step back.
Not landing anything when he throws.
Hard to imagine he couldn't land more with his shoulder right on Briggs' shoulder.
Yeah, just by accident landing a body shot here and there. I'll tell you what, Faulkner looks like he'd make a good defensive lineman with that rush.
Or sumo wrestler.
Well, no, he would have when he was 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I decided to lose weight.
They don't have divisions in sumo here.
Not to my knowledge, no. Would be a darn good idea. Just allowing Roseanne Barr, for instance, to participate. Just a thought.
One of Roseanne Barr.
There's the right hand by Briggs, and it's a good one, and it keeps landing, but he's not putting Faulkner out of there. You know what, Barry? It's singular jabs. If he would double up with the jab.
Well, and suddenly Faulkner goes down.
From what? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But I mean, he went down.
There may have been an uppercut mixed in with all that, and whatever it was enough to put him away.
Yeah, Fred Steinweiner stops it. Interesting, he had his back to us, so it is possible that we could have missed something, but I sure didn't see a punch that...
Well, we may get an idea from a replay, but Faulkner appeared to be hurt by something, and he took so many shots in this fight, it would be odd for him to all of a sudden go down. Let's take a peek at it, and we'll see if we can pick up where the damage was done. Yep, there's the uppercut. I guess
really looked like a telling blow.
No, unless it landed right on the jaw, and of course he was running into it. From this angle, we should get a better view. I don't know. Didn't look any harder than anything else, but apparently it was to Michael Faulkner because he went down.
So Shannon Briggs gets both his rounds and the knockout. I'm not sure that he's going to be real satisfied with this win.
No, and you could hear Teddy Atlas suggesting to him that there were things that he should have done better, and still listening intently to his trainer's instructions.
All right, so we'll get the official word now from Frank Basket.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by knockout with 1 minute and 46 seconds gone in the 6th round, and still undefeated, Shannon Briggs.
Well, Shannon Briggs has run his record to 16 up and none down, and he's run his knockouts to 13 in 16 fights. Shannon Briggs will, at some point soon, I would imagine, take that next step up. We'll be back to the bell after that.